Hey guys, welcome back to another War of the Visions video. And today, for once, it is not a gacha video or unit account video, but it is an arena showcase video featuring Noctis. And today, I will be featuring something that I did before, which is a lightning resistance Noctis build, but this time it will be just himself only, just because with the new Trust End system, the new sub VC system, he doesn't really need anyone else to support his lightning resistance. And yeah, so here is my build. I am currently sitting at 96% lightning resistance, but you can easily reach 100%. Say if I replace Scorpion Sentinel with Ochu, which I don't have resonance with, or do I have built, but you can use Ochu for like an extra 5% lightning resistance. Instead of the FF15 card, you can run Remu to just completely nullify lightning attacks, as you can see here. But for me, I'm going for the FF15 card just for a bit more damage. You can run the Earth Ring, perhaps, and there's a helicopter. I don't know if you hear that, but I am running the Alex Ring here. The Alex Ring is really important piece of gear, just because it gives you all element attack resistance up at any level. You can run a +0, +1. It'll always give you +5 elemental attack resistance up, and this can stack with any element. So say you have like lightning resistance 7, this does stack with it, so you do get 12 lightning resistance as a whole. And then I do have pod here just for unit attack resistance. It's not really necessary, but I'm running pod just because a majority of lightning units that you're gonna go after is gonna resort to auto attacks, so they're gonna really slap Noctis down, and that unit attack resistance might come in clutch sometimes. And then you have stacked out TMR. This can be any TMR really. You can also run Severo's Coat, which would give you 3 additional lightning resistance, because right now with bells I'm sitting at 7 with a min-max lightning attack resistance up and +5 from the stack bonus, so this would be a +12 lightning resistance TMR. But if you use Severo's Coat here, which gives you 10, and then if you do a HP stack on this, this would give you 15. So that would be 3 additional lightning resistance. But I'm taking bells just because the AP regeneration is really good. And yeah, something I ran before as well would be Noctis's own TMR. It does give you a bit of AP regen and protect, which might be good against like Esther, Cloud, Frederika, the more damage attack type auto attackers, so that protect might come in handy. But yeah, so that is the build. Just going over to my trust stones just to take a quick look. For my trust stones, just ignore all these other really good substats, but really the most important thing for this build specifically would be the HP stack for that all element attack resistance up. This doesn't interfere with anything, so it can stack with any like equipment, and yeah, so HP stack really important. And then the other important thing would be a min-max lightning attack resistance up. And like I said, you can just run Cerberus TMR. That would probably be like the cheaper option, but just look for that min-max substat, and then you have all like these rest of really nice substats you can run just to make Noctis a bit stronger, tankier. I do also have all element debuff resistance, which is really good because if like say Ibara or Charlotte use their lightning resistance down attacks, you can resist some of that debuff and not take as much lightning resistance down. Yeah, so for the attack side, I am running attack just because I do like attack on Noctis. You could run agility, accuracy, whatever fits your boat really, but I am running attack just because I feel like it. So with that being said, looking at the stats alone by himself, he's sitting at about 1.1k attack, 9.5k HP, 87 agility. That's pretty bad, seeing that he has like pod bells. Pretty slow to be honest, but you can obviously use agility cards to compensate this with your other 2 units. And overall, my lightning resistance is sitting at 96%, 30% magic resistance, 23% attack/attack resistance, and it's pretty good. And yeah, so you can really fit this Noctis into like any duo team, be it like a wind team, ice team, water team, lightning team, light team, or just pair him up with other earth units. But today, as you already saw earlier, I am running this Noctis with a water team just because if you've been living under a rock over the past week, there has been a lot of controversy regarding the release of Esther and how like, oh my god, the water meadows dead on arrival, even though Alstoria or Astrius, Alstoria/Astrius hasn't come out yet. I just wanted to show like, oh, you can just still run Celes, Alstoria, or Glaciella here, and then like a third unit which can be this lightning resistance Noctis. So here is the team. I do have a pretty stacked TMR on Celes, but this really isn't built for her specifically. I'm actually planning to use these substats on Alstoria or Astrius. I don't know what name to go with for him, but yeah. She's pretty tanky. She has 11.7k HP, but as you will soon see, she gets pretty ran over by lightning teams anyways. And I do have like the Helena card here just because the agility is really necessary for Noctis here, just so he can go a bit faster. But as you can see here, I have a water card, and then like a man-eater card. So I'm pretending like, oh, I have Astrius, Alstoria here. Glaciella, she is not up to par with like Astrius in terms of damage healing, but this is just like an example team. Say I have Astrius or any better water attacker, then I might do a bit more damage in my fights, but as you can see with my account, I don't really have that much water units, except like Titus, but that's really it. So yeah, that is my team going into the fights. Here is Noctis's stats once again. Will definitely be the highlight of these fights. And yeah, so with that being said, let's get right into the fights. Okay, getting into our first match, we have a Celes Celes, Cloud, and Frederika. And I did forget to mention earlier that Golem, the vision card, main stat card, is very important to have on your primary slot, just because it does give you 20% lightning resistance. So you definitely want Golem on your main slot. But since it's more like a universal card, that 25% HP up from Golem is pretty helpful, so not too bad. So here we have everyone buffing up. The thing about this map is that it really lets Noctis activate 2 buffs before he engages in a fight. So ideally, he would have to pop bells and then his arm measure skill, as you can see there. I did turn off, what was it? Like his warp shield ability, which gives his allies defense and spirit, I think. I did turn that off because he really likes using that skill. But back to the fight. As you can see, our Celes is already down. Glaciala looking for an angle, stunning thrust onto Celes. She's half health. Can Noctis take her down though? He is using his LB, which I think is his highest attack percentage move, but he did not take Celes down. And then there goes Glaciala getting one shot by Frederika, and now it is 1v3 Noctis. This is all what this build is for. And it is Celes a water unit, but since she is a tank, Noctis shouldn't have a problem with her. And he takes her down anyways, so now it is a 1v2. Here's the enemy Cloud. I'm gonna go for the auto attack, just because the auto attack does more damage than any of his abilities. There goes Noctis taking down Frederika with his Warp Strike and Arm Measure. Cloud still going for those auto attacks. And then there's another Warp Strike. Arm Measure actually ran out. Cloud is still auto attacking though, and Noctis auto attacks back for the W. So pretty close match. Kind of close, but yeah, not too bad. Alright, heading into our next match, we have Celes yet again, a Cloud, and an Ibara. Now, I will be honest, I've been running this team for the past couple of days, and I have to say it is not 100% win rate against lightning teams, because sometimes the auto attacks are just insane, especially from Ibara. This one time I went against an Ibara that did like 4,000 damage for an auto attack, which is pretty insane. And sadly, I did not find that many Esthers, but as this fight is pre-recorded, I do fortunately find an Esther, which I believe is the next fight. And there goes Glaciala with just a triple tick. It feels like Astrius. I would assume that Astrius can take like 2 or 3 hits at least, but Glaciala, yeah, getting one shot as expected. Celes just frontlining by herself. Cloud couldn't one-shot her there, which is pretty cool, I guess, but it is once again a 1v3. Noctis going for Celes just because she has hate on her, but the damage output is not looking too good for Noctis there, and as you can see, that Ibara's auto attacks deal pretty good amount of damage. Here is Celes with her LB. 2,000 damage, pretty good for a tank. Skyhammer from Noctis. Celes is down. Here's Cloud looking for that Braver. Almost no damage, but slash resistance is down, but Ibara still goes for the auto attack. Here is LB from Noctis, take down Cloud. And he does stand still, which means he does get to go again, and Noctis walks over, auto attacks for the win. But if Ibara was faster there, and she got another auto attack in, definitely would have lost, so that was really close. Alright, for our next match we have a Cloud, Velis, and an Esther. Yep, so as I said in the last match, I did find one Esther. I've only seen 2 Esthers so far in like top 1000 arena. Maybe in like top 100 people are running her. Whales, I guess. But yeah, not that many Esthers. And so far my impression of Esther is that on paper, she looks really tanky. Really good bruiser, and when it comes to like using her in the game, I'd probably, if I had her, she'd probably be more useful to me in like PvE settings and like raids. But I don't know, maybe in like the next couple of weeks we'll get some more info on her, on how she performs. But enemy Velis here hasted everyone. That's pretty cracked. Here's Glaciella, Surefire Burst, half health Cloud actually, so pretty good damage from Glaciella there. Celes follows up, and Velis probably looking for a heal. Esther takes Celes to about 40% HP. Cloud gonna follow up on that, takes Celes and Glaciella down. It is basically a 1v3, everyone's full health, but Noctis, can he do it? Sky Hammer onto Cloud, take him down to 30% HP. Esther cannot reach with her abilities, therefore she uses Immortal Spirit. Velis heals everyone to full again. Cloud is now resorting to auto attacks. Here's Esther's LB, which reduces slash resistance. That might be good for them, but not that much damage onto Noctis. Noctis retaliates onto Cloud, uses his Armature Assault, and one-shots him, as expected. Here's Velis, staying in the backline. Plunge from Noctis, takes Esther to 40%. There's that attack from Esther, which reduces single target resistance down. Plunge again, but Esther has courage. Here's a heal from Esther, and triple tick from Esther, no damage again. And this is just like a tug of war here, but Noctis gets to go and takes Esther down. It is now Esther down. Noctis v Velis. Velis actually does a bunch of damage, just because we don't have ice resistance, and Noctis lives with 55 HP, and he summons the Scorpion Sentinel to finish it off. So once again, another really close match, and really close. Wow. Alright, so for our next match, we are going against Ranan, Ibara, and Charlotte. The first mono lightning team I'm actually going against, surprisingly. A lot of people up in like these higher ranking arenas are running a lot of duo teams with like Velis or like another tank like Joom, Celeste, Kingmont, and that's pretty interesting. But here we have a mono team, which might go easier for us, being that I feel like Velis is a really good support unit, and that's just my opinion. But here we have our boss going on again. Yeah, as I said in the first fight, Bells and then Armature on to Noctis is really important for him, because if he doesn't have Armature, it's pretty hard for him to one-shot lightning units. So Armature, really important for him. Celeste, Glaciella though, they are frontlining. Ranan probably going to blast them down here with his LB. the super lightning ball. Boom. Yes. Oh wait, Celes actually lives. So, okay, now she's down. Charlotte takes her down with a lightning strike, but here comes Noctis. Sky Hammer, Armiger, and that Armiger actually did no damage to Ranan for some reason. I have no idea why. But as you can see, Ranan is resorting to auto attacks. Here's Ibara's LB, which is nice for them because it reduces lightning resistance. Charlotte not going to attack. Sky Hammer again for Noctis, take down Ranan and Charlotte. Here's Ibara. She's gonna resort to auto attacks. And Noctis not able to take down Ibara, but that is okay because she's still auto attacking. And slap, and it is a down. So not that close. Pretty clean from Noctis this time. And yeah, not too bad. Okay, so for our final match, we have the classic Lightning team, which would be Charlotte, Cloud, and Frederika. This is one of the OGs before Esther came out, Ranan came out, Ibara came out. This was the go-to Lightning team, and it will be exciting to see how they perform. So, here is the usual buff. I forgot to say once again, Abdullah's Apron, the one on Glaciella right now, has no trust stones just because I'm too lazy. I'm currently working on a third set of trust stones, but they're going to be more focused towards tanking. So yeah, the good trust stones I have right now would be on Celes and Noctis. But there goes. Oh, Celes actually lives. I thought she died there. But here's Celes with 60 HP. Not that much damage onto Charlotte. And here's Glaciella. Stunning thrust. Pretty good damage onto Charlotte there. But here's the enemy team. Celes finally goes down. Frederika one-shots the Glaciella. But here's Noctis on the offensive. Blade Toss taking down Charlotte. Here's Cloud. Cross Slash. Paralysis onto Noctis. I did lose to Paralysis a couple of times. And it's pretty lethal sometimes, but as you can see, Noctis persevered through the Paralysis. Almost one-shots Cloud, but he gets to go again, but he's paralyzed, can't move. Cloud walks up for the auto attack. Noctis, still paralyzed, but he goes through it, takes down Cloud, and now it is Frederika. She is now also resorting to auto attacks, and here's Noctis, one-shots Frederika, and there you go. So, that is Lightning Resistance Noctis. Hope you enjoyed. It's a pretty cheesy build, but you can slot it into any team. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace.